I'm leaving money on the table. You probably saw the thumbnail, you clicked, and you are here. You're probably asking yourself or saying to yourself the same exact thing. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing why that same statement and that same thought process is actually making you more broke and actually making money leave your pockets every time that you say that and every time you think that. And here's the reality, because most agents are thinking the exact same thing. You're not any special and you're not any different from agents thinking the exact same thing, because the reality is we all think that, hey, if you sell more and you are not leaving, you don't leave any money on the table, and you do property and casualty insurance, you do health insurance, you do life insurance, you do everything, and you own the home, you think that that is going to ultimately make you more money and get you way more deals, right? And the reality is it could help, right? But if you are a new agent, if you are an agent that are not, or like you're not making the sales that you want, you're not making the money that you want, and especially if you're not at $10,000 per month yet, that is the reason why you are going broke. That is the reason why you're not at the income level that you desire, because you think you're leaving money on the table, and the reality is the things that you're leaving on the table, right? You want to build residual income. You sold this dream of, hey, I'm gonna have all this residual income. I'm gonna have all this passive income that even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm on vacation, I don't have to work. I just have all this money coming in because I'm just asking more clients. But the reality is that is not true. It could be for some people, but for you in your situation where you're at right now, and you're not making money right now, that is the last thing that you should be focused on, is leaving money on the table. It really doesn't matter, because it's a nice idea, it's a nice thought process, but if you are not going deep in one thing, the way that I was able to start making money, the way that I started making $10, $20, $30, $40,000 every single month like clockwork, is because I mastered one thing, that I was okay with leaving money on the table. Because a lot of people were like, dude, why are you not crossing Medicare? Why are you not cross-selling ACA? Why are you not doing all these health insurance or property and casualty or all these things? But what's interesting is every person that asked me that same question was broke. Everybody who asked me and told me that same thing weren't making the money that I wanted to make, $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a month. I was like, dude, why are you not making the money? And when you first start in the life insurance industry, it's easy to feel that FOMO. It's easy to feel like, oh my gosh, I could have sold this client a life insurance, a cancer policy, a health insurance policy, a XYZ policy, which you could have, right? And I'm not saying you couldn't have, but what I'm saying is the service work, the making sure that you retain the clients, asking for the keeping that, right? Like that is going to take time. Keeping those clients for the long term on those Medicare that you're getting paid $25 a month on, that is what's keeping you from getting more revenue and driving more revenue to your business, especially because right now, where you're at, getting to $10,000 a month should be your only goal and only focus, and only with one single product. And the reason that I say that is because that will allow you to really hyper-focus on exactly who you are helping. Because if you don't hyper-focus on who you're helping, you're not going to be a master of, if you're not a master of one, you're going to be a master of none. You can't be the jack of all trades. You have to be the person that is hyper-specific, niche focused. That's what I did, right? And I'm not saying that is bad ever, but I'm saying when you're just wanting to make your first $10,000 a month, when you're just wanting to pay the bills, like how I was, when I was just wanting to make it by another month, when I was just wanting to keep the lights on, when I just needed to keep stay in the game and keep the momentum and build up more sales, that's exactly what I had to do. I had to just focus on one thing and one thing only. I couldn't afford to drive a bunch of energy, a bunch of focus, a bunch of learnings to try to surpass the learning curve on Medicare and ACA and all these different plans when I just wasn't even good at life insurance. So focus on one thing right now, whatever it is. Whether it's health insurance, focus on that. If it's life insurance, focus on that. And this will allow you to really actually go faster and get to where you want to be faster, because I believe in so Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He has these needs, right? And the first one is physiological, right? Being able to make it by, being able to pay rent. Once you get past those things, then you're able to think on a longer time horizon. But I wasn't thinking about how my family was going to eat in 5 years. I was thinking about how I was going to eat today because I had a rent due. And you're probably in a very similar situation, if not the same exact situation, where today's the 26th and all of a sudden rent's due on the 1st. And you're trying to figure out how to do that, but then you're also thinking that I'm leaving money on the table. Like, dude, $200 a month doesn't matter when you just need to make some sales. And especially with life insurance, you can make $1,000 just like that, very quick. So you have to stay focused. There's riches in the niches. And I believe, like, this is what I did. I believe that not like just going life insurance and going broad isn't specific enough. I would go as specific and hyper-focused as humanly possible. Where you're saying, I'm only helping veterans who want final expense life insurance, and that's all I'm doing. And that's all I'm focused on. And that's all I'm putting my money, advertising, attention, and focus towards is how do I make sure that I can get every single final expense life insurance client that is a veteran? How do I do that? How do I get everyone that's a diabetic or congestive heart failure? How do I get every single IUL person that wants an IUL? How do I do that? How do I get every single young parent who wants a term policy? How do I own that market? Because that will allow you to scale a lot faster. And once you do it, and when it gets so boring that you feel like you can't do it enough, keep going, because that's where the money is. Doing the boring work consistently over and over and over and over again, having the same exact conversation time and time and time again. Because here's what's cool. There is a compounding effect. When you get so good that you can do it in your sleep, so that you can do it unconsciously, that you start overcoming objections without even thinking about it, where you're able to close multiple deals every day. When you close 7 deals and it feels like just a regular Monday, like how I did, that is when you go hard, because you never know when you're going to get the soft pitch again. And the reality is, when you try to go into another hemisphere, when you try to go into another product line, you're competing with people who spent 30 years doing that. And why do you feel like you're going to be able to take their business? No, they're coming after yours. They have gone through the learning curve. They've gone through these things that they've already known. You have a bunch of ignorance debt, so you have to pay that off. And if you're doing it you're paying off all this ignorance debt on one product. So keep doing it, and you're going to be ahead of 99% of people. The game is just outlasting. The game is about staying in the game and staying and showing up and fighting and consistently getting better over time, that all of a sudden you become unstoppable. And then you look around and you're like, dude, I've been doing this longer than everybody else. And that's when it becomes fun, because everybody's trying to catch up. Nobody has gone through the heartaches, the going in debt multiple times, going back to zero, going negative then zero. Everybody's trying to go through that process and not able to actually get the results that you have. And they're having to go and pay all that ignorance debt down when you've already done it and you're way ahead of that. Now you're solving bigger problems that pay way more. And now you're on to $1 million problems instead of $10,000, $100,000 problems. So the reason why I make this video is because you don't worry about if you're leaving money on the table. Yes, you can go cross-sell, but like, you just have to focus on getting good, like really, 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 really good at one thing, and become the master at that one thing, and go deeper and deeper and deeper. And when you think that you've gone deep enough, probably go 100 times deeper, because you haven't saturated the market. You haven't maxed out your potential, because there's millions on hundreds of millions of seniors out there that need insurance, and you don't have all those. So your job is to go out and get those, make it happen. And the deeper that you go, the riches or in the niches, the faster that you actually go. Because slow is steady, or steady is slow, and slow is fast. Slow is steady, and steady is fast. So if you are able to consistently do that and get good, like really, really good, master every single objection, you know exactly what they're going to say, how to say it, then you can teach other people. That's how I got to the spot. I thought I was leaving a bunch of money on the table, but the reality is I felt that, and then I was like, I caught myself, because I figured, like, I knew that, hey, I'm going to have to compete, just like how people are trying to compete with me. I'm going to have to go compete with somebody who's been doing Medicare for 30 years, and I'm going to have to go compete with them. Somebody who's done it time and time and time again, when the markets are up, when the markets are down. I can't outbeat time. And so I knew that there had to be another way. I knew I had to do something else. And so I make this video so that you can stay focused, because focus is the currency of 2024. If you do not have currency, if you do not have focus and real like just thinking through exactly what you're going to do and being strategic and having all like going all in. There is somebody else that is going all in, and there's somebody else that's taking the money that you're leaving on the table and way more than that. They're coming for your job. So I make this video so that you can win, so that you can succeed, so that you don't keep leaving money on the table, but you can focus on mastering one. Mastering one, because if you're not a master of one, you're a master of none. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you love it, hate it, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, by the way. I have a ton of I have a ton of behind the scenes on there, so definitely go check it out. Don't leave money on the table. Or maybe you should. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.